Good morning to all. My name is Sandhya Rani, working as Assistant Professor in EC Department of Guntur Engineering College. Today I am going to discuss about CMOS logic. So the full form of CMOS logic is complementary metal oxide semiconductor. So that means to perform this complementary action, a CMOS transistor consists of P MOSFET and N MOSFET. There are various symbols to represent these PMOS and the NMOS transistors. I am using these two symbols for in this entire section for easy identification. So, before going to the CMOS logic circuits, let us know about one important point regarding this NMOS and PMOS. If you apply high input to this NMOS transistor, this NMOS transistor will conduct, hence it produces the high output. If you apply low input to this NMOS transistor, it will does not conduct, hence it produces the zero output. That means if you give 1, it will produce 1 output. If you give input 0, and it will produce the 0 output. For the PMOS transistor, if you apply 1, PMOS transistor will not conduct, hence it produces the high output. That means if you give low input, it produces the high output. If you give high input, PMOS transistor will not conduct, hence it will produce the low output. That means PMOS transistor performs the complementary action. So let us see the circuit at the CMOS logic. So this is the CMOS logic circuit. In this section, PMOS transistor is connected in pull-up network and NMOS transistor is connected in pull-down network between the supply and output. So in this section, PMOS transistors and NMOS transistor gates are connected to the common points, and those common points is given to the inputs. So if you give inputs like this, what happens if one of the transistor is on, another will be off. That means if PMOS transistor is on, NMOS transistor will be off. If the PMOS transistor is off, NMOS transistor will be on. So like this, CMOS logic circuit will work. So let us see the basic circuit of the CMOS logic, that is CMOS inverter. So this CMOS inverter consists of one PMOS transistor and one NMOS transistor. The gates of this PMOS and the NMOS transistor are connected together, and that is connected to the input, and supply is applied to this PMOS transistor, and output is taken in between the PMOS and the NMOS transistor. So let us see the working of this CMOS inverter. If you give the zero input, what happens for zero input? PMOS transistor will be on, NMOS transistor will be off. So the same thing, PMOS transistor is short circuited and NMOS transistor is open circuited. Hence the output will be pull up to the supply voltage VDD. Hence output will be high. The same thing is mentioned in the truth table. If you give the zero input, that is considered as logic 0. So in this case, output is pull up to VDD, hence output will be high. So if you give a high input, so what happens for a high input, PMOS transistor will be off and the NMOS transistor will be on. So for this, PMOS transistor is open circuited and the NMOS transistor is short circuited, and the output is pulled down to the VSS. Hence, the resultant output becomes 0. The same thing is mentioned in this truth table. So VDD, if we apply VSS, that is considered as logic input 1, and this condition output we are getting 0 volts. So that's why I am putting as 0 volts. So that is considered as a logic output 0. So like this, CMOS inverter will be works. So similarly, let us design the CMOS NAND gate, 2 input NAND gate. So the expression for this 2 input NAND gate is A dot B whole bar. That means if you give the inputs A, B, so the expression for the NAND gate is A dot B whole bar. So don't bother about this bar action. That means the CMOS circuit performs the complementary action. So just think about the A dot B. That means product operation. So for performing for a product operation, we need to remember one point here. So we need to connect the PMOS transistors in parallel and NMOS transistors in series. So I'm taking two PMOS transistors. Why? Because it is a two inputs NAND gate. That's why I'm taking two PMOS transistors in parallel and two NMOS transistors in series. So I am connecting the A input to one of the PMOS transistor and to one of the NMOS transistor. I am connecting this A input to this NMOS transistor and to this PMOS transistor. And similarly, I am connecting the B input to this NMOS transistor and this PMOS transistors. So to perform product operation, we need to take PMOS transistors in parallel and NMOS transistors in series. I am taking only two PMOS transistors in parallel and two NMOS transistors in series. Why? Because it is a two input NAND gate. Let us see the working of this two input NAND gate. So I am giving the low inputs to both. That means A is low and B is low. That is logic level 0 and logic level 0. If you give the 0 input, what happens? Pull up transistors. So that means PMOS transistor will be on. Hence, PMOS transistor. Both the PMOS transistor is closed circuit, and both the NMOS transistor will be open. And why? Because we are giving the 0 input. For 0 input, the NMOS transistor will be off. Hence, the NMOS transistor is open circuit. So this results in output pull up to the supply voltage VDD. So the same thing is mentioned in the truth table. For 0 input, what happened? Pull up network is on and pull down network is off, and the resultant output is high. So that is mentioned as 1. Similarly, if you apply any input high and low, that means I am connecting A high, B 0. 1 0 input I am giving. So whatever the input connecting to this high input, that PMOS transistor is open and the NMOS transistor is closed. For high input, PMOS transistor will be off and NMOS transistor will be on. And the low input PMOS transistor will be on and the NMOS transistor will be off. So this results the output to pull up to the supply voltage through this PMOS transistor. Hence, we can get the high output. If you apply low and high input, that means A0, B1, in this case, this PMOS transistor will be on and this PMOS transistor is open and this NMOS transistor will be open and this NMOS transistor will be on. So in this case, output will be pull up to the supply voltage through this PMOS transistor. Hence, output will be high in both 0, 1 and 1, 0 conditions. So coming to the both the inputs are high. So if both the inputs are high, then both the PMOS transistor will be open circuited. Why? Because we are giving high inputs. For high inputs, PMOS transistor gets off and the NMOS transistor gets on. Hence, the NMOS transistor are closed. In this case, output will be pulled down to the ground. Then there is no output to this at this point. Hence, output becomes 0. So the same thing is mentioned here. For high inputs, pull down network is on and pull up transistor is off, which results in low output. So similarly, we can explain the CMOS NOR gate. So for the CMOS NOR gate, what is the expression for the CMOS NOR gate? A plus B whole bar. So for performing the plus operation, what we need to do? We need to connect the PMOS transistors in series and NMOS transistors in parallel to perform the OR operation. So here we are taking two inputs. That's why I'm taking two PMOS transistors in series and two NMOS transistors in parallel. So that's why I'm connecting the circuit like this. So I'm explaining the operation of this NOR gate by using truth table. If you give the 0 input, what happens for 0 inputs? Both the PMOS transistor will be on and NMOS transistor will be off. So this makes the supply or output will be pull up to the supply voltage. Hence, it produces the high output. Y is equal to 1. If you apply any of the input is 0 and any of the output input is high, that means this PMOS transistor on and this PMOS transistor is on, and this one A input PMOS transistor, NMOS transistor on, this NMOS transistor will be off. So this make it, this one open, this one closed. There is no path from supply to the output, hence it produces the 0 output. So for any 0 1 or 1 0, so one of the PMOS transistor will be open. So there is no path from supply to the output, hence it produces the output 0. If you give the high inputs to both the A and B, then what happens? Both the PMOS transistor will be off. Hence, it is open circuited. This one is open circuited, and the NMOS transistor is closed circuit. That means this will be closed and this will be closed. This makes them supply voltage to the ground. Hence, it will not produce any output at this point. Hence, the output will become 0. So like this CMOS NOR gate will works. So similarly, we can get AND gate to OR gate by inverting the NAND gates. So for getting the AND gate, what we have to do, I'm taking the NAND gate to input the NAND gate. So the output of this NAND gate is given to the inverter, which produces the AND gate operation A dot B. Similarly, to get the OR operation, so I'm taking the NOR gate. So the output of this NOR gate is given to the inverter, which results in the OR output. Like this, we can get the non-inverting outputs from the inverted outputs. So I hope you all understood this topic. Thank you. Thank you so much.